What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Hua Chenyu Creep. This is a request by Matthias. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. He also left a message saying, I'd like to share Hua's cover of one of Radiohead's most iconic songs, Creep. The original version is incredible. It feels like someone is confessing their pain. It's introspective, restrained, resigned, and deeply melancholic. But as Hua often does, he completely makes the song his own, not by changing its structure, but through his interpretation. This is, of course, just my personal opinion. I don't expect everyone to feel the same way. To me, Radiohead's version feels like someone is telling you about their pain. Hua's version, on the other hand, makes you feel as if he's experiencing that pain right in front of you. It's incredibly visceral, theatrical, heartbreaking, and explosive. If I had to sum up the difference in one sentence, it would be Radiohead sings the pain, Hua becomes it. Both versions are absolutely amazing, but Hua's raw intensity and theatrical delivery resonate with me even more. He also says or adds one more little detail. After Hua finishes singing, the band keeps playing for a couple of minutes and they're absolutely incredible. That's because it's the moment when Hua goes backstage to change outfits before the next part of the concert. It's a nice touch that lets the musicians have their own moment to shine. Now, I gotta say, I never really listened to Radiohead, never really dove into their discography. I think I might have heard Creep, but probably not like the full song, but more snippets that were included here and there, maybe in some TV shows or movies or something. At least it sounds kind of familiar, and I have a little melody in my head for the chorus, what it might sound like, but I don't know it so well that I will be able to compare it, I think. But anyway, I'm excited to check out some more Hua Chenyu and see and hear how this cover by him will sound like. If you want to be like Matthias and support me and my channel, you can request a song on my Buy Me a Coffee page, or you can check out my Patreon where you can find some exclusive content, full concert reactions, you get requests included monthly, and some other things. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
Just like an angel, this game makes me cry. You fly like the feather and beautiful.
It's very expressive.
I was so special. You're so very special. I like more creep, but I like more wise. What the hell are doing here? I don't belong here. I don't carry fear. I wanna control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I
very interesting delivery. Okay. That was crazy. The shaking in his voice.
I won't mix you happy. I'm so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm don't belong here.
It's a very artistic vocal performance once again. This part is really cool as well. going off. Nice. The ending was almost like we were watching some kind of jam session of some very good musicians, especially the guitar player really showed some things he can do, some melodic riffs, some shredding, some very intense moments, and also the keyboard player, especially those two, really amped up the intensity and brought some variety over those chords of the song. I agree that that's a nice touch, a cool ending to the song, and a cool transition. If Hua Chenyu obviously would need a break to change anyway. That's a nice way of bridging that part. But yeah, like I thought, I think I have heard the chorus. That was the melody that was in my head before listening to this. I think the rest of the song wasn't something I would like specifically say I know, and like I mentioned before the song, I don't know the original so good, even the parts I've heard, that I would now be able to compare the versions or tell you what's different in this one. I can just talk about what I just listened to, and that was Hua Chenyu delivering a very dramatic, theatrical, vulnerable, but also almost unsettling performance in a very expressive and artistic way. So I think you could once again call this performance art or art rock. It's a very emotional delivery, pretty fragile in some parts, a lot of breathy lines, some more distorted vocal textures, sometimes almost leaning into crying or screaming. And throughout the song, it's an up and down of intensity. He sometimes includes deliberate vocal cracks, showing some instability that showcases the emotions. Like I said one time, with his voice shaking. But he overall shows a great range again. There are also some falsetto moments that were very cool in here again. And it's just a performance that is not conventional at all. He sometimes even, I don't know the right word, maybe intertwines the different lines or even different words into one texture, with the notes flowing into each other, the volume or the intensity with which he sings swelling, and it just feels like he has a lot of vocal control, which at first glance might not look like it because he has those deliberate imperfections, this deliberate instability, the vulnerability, the vocal cracks, the vocals shaking. But I think that's really what makes this sound so special and so unique. Matthias said it's almost like Hua becomes the pain, and I definitely get what you mean by that, because he really brings across this unsettling atmosphere, like I said before, this I don't know, discomfort. And I mean, based on the lyrics, the song isn't supposed to feel like comfortable or comforting, which makes his delivery of the, I don't know, awkwardness and also desperation, maybe even a little bit of self-disgust, so effective. Because if I understand the lyrics correctly, they are kind of uncomfortable, of course, with a painful side, like Matthias said, but of course also, like the title says, and for the lack of a better word, creepy. It's about this painful feeling of maybe being unworthy of someone that he idealizes, that he perceives as something so perfect. He puts the other person so high and himself so low, focusing on his flaws and imperfections in a very self-deprecating way. But of course, even if some of those feelings are quite understandable, and maybe or probably everybody once had a crush on someone but was too insecure to approach them, there's definitely a clear line before it becoming inappropriate, and that fixation can become pretty unhealthy for himself very quickly, but also not only uncomfortable but also dangerous for the other person. But in the end, I don't feel like the song or the lyrics are aiming to idealize stalking or something. It's even more that he's admitting, or he's having the self-awareness of this being weird, and that's, I think, what gives a very special twist to the theme, to the song, and sets it apart from songs that maybe also have that theme of maybe a loved one out of reach, but instead of going that typical route and making a sad song, it's taking this way and making it like this uncomfortable and unsettling thing. Thank you very much, Matthias, for the request. I enjoyed it a lot. A very artistic performance once again. Very special, very unique, very tense, very dramatic. And in the end of the performance, also having a great outro to vibe to, the musicians having the chance to shine more, and that was a great ending to the performance, I think. So overall, a great experience once again. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.